Pleasure to meet you, I'm Jerk. And this is the big show! Let me get this out of the way first and foremost. This was supposed to be an Emberg video. I wanted 199 to be my tugboat of terror, and I was having some normal, everyday, great games in it, but when it came down to it, Emberg just wasn't able to get away from prior commitments. But that's okay, because in its place, we've got a doozy. And you all know when I say it's a doozy, it's something else. There is a lot of strategy in this video, so let's go and get them out here to tell you all about their new project. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest tonight, someone we haven't seen in 107 Krakens, the French Tier 5 premium battleship. Give it up for Dunkerque. Yeah, we haven't seen this ship in a long time, but our reasons for seeing it tonight is because we're playing arena mode. Yesterday, you see, Bringer, friend of the show, link in the description, has his people call my people. They tell me he wants me to join him in a new game mode, and I say in my best Kool-Aid Man voice, oh yeah. Then he tells me he's going to invite Zarkoon, fully licensed to throw WoW CC, link in the description in the off chance, to our division, and I do my best Macho Man Randy Savage voice, oh yeah. And what you are seeing is our first match played. Where's the beef? Well, I have one big beef with this game mode right now, and that is how XP is allocated. You get more for premium ships, and you get more with flags, etc., etc. What in the world was Ouija thinking? How could you forget the lessons learned from previous game modes? I don't know. Those that forget the past are destined to repeat it. Anyway, that is the beef. Here are the buns that hold the beef. This game mode, it's fun. And there's a decent amount of strategy involved. First, we have match divisions, so you can force no destroyers or all destroyers, a mix, all cruisers, all battleships, whatever you want. And in knowing what type of ships your enemies will have, you can design your own division accordingly, and that's interesting. That is very interesting, though I do wish we would get a game mode with tier 7 ships already. Let's get to this match because there is a lot of positioning strategy involved in this one. We're on Ring and opted to head west as there are larger islands for cover that way. I'm in the Dunkerque, Bringer's in the Trento, and Zarkoon is in the California, so naturally he'll be a bit behind us as his ship is only about 60% as fast as mine. Bringer is scouting and going to be near the cap for any cap silliness, and I'm using my speed and agility to push these islands very quickly. I was really hoping to not run into these Bayerns as their guns will overmatch the Dunkerque pretty much everywhere, so I resisted the temptation to stop in my tracks, bow in, and instead control the engagement with this division by getting closer to them and putting this terrain between myself and getting our division into a triangle of doom.
This Dallas is too close to me.
So just what in the heck is going on here? Well, I'm trying to split up their team. The basic plan here is for them to be forced into making a choice. I'm spotted by their plane, but I'm going to shoot that down soon, at which point they won't know where I am. Their cruiser is a Dallas, so I don't have to worry about torpedoes, but we really need one of them to move forward. But Zarkoon can keep peppering them with shots until one of them decides they need to do something, at which point I can then react to their movement to counter. Now, if one should push Zarkoon, then I should have access to their broadsides. If one pushes me, Zarkoon should have access to their broadsides, and Bringer in the meantime can just keep running into islands. I kid. He's going to drop torps behind me and get to do those fun cruiser type things. So it looks like that Bayern is going to come out. So I'm reversing to have a shot, but they actually turn away, and the other has decided that they will come for me after I'm spotted by this Dallas's Hydro. So I'm going to angle my ship to mitigate the incoming fire and aim my shots right under their turrets.
Up a piece of mail, just to be an extra dick. Dumping torps behind you, Meta. It spotted me.
So you can see here, I'm getting the angle on my ship. Here will be the shot for their turrets. Very solid hit taking out a turret.
Yeah,
We do take some damage there, but it's not too bad. That is a very decent exchange there.
Game decided by capping yet?
Divide and Conquer. That is the name of this game. Well, I guess it's Arena, but they should call it Divide and Conquer because that is the tactic that you need to use. I'm going to need one more salvo to finish this Bayern, while the remainder of that division push this way. All the while, I'm going to use this terrain and angling to mitigate how much damage I can receive. I got another decent hit, and my teammate should be able to finish that Bayern. He ends up taking a torp, but actually, my secondaries are going to end up sinking him, and I can turn my attention to this Dallas.
Smoke up.
Now that Dallas, they should really be using AP on my soft broadside, but they're not. And I'm not going to give them the time to realize that, and I head behind this island for a turn while my guns reload. And I'm not sure if this Dallas forgot about me or not, but they'll have time to reconsider such choices back at port. Alright, I'm at 2, and I'm continuing my turn to engage the last member of this division. That orange team out east, they caught me broadside, and I take a pretty decent hit. It seriously could have been much worse, and this is one of the things I like about this game mode. There's just a lot to be thinking about. So I've definitely got lucky there. I'm going to complete my turn, and now this Bayern, well, they're screwed. I mean, you can't angle every direction, and he's turning his turrets to try and shoot the cruiser. I get a very solid hit there, but it's going to be Bringer's secondaries on his Trento that get the credit here. Nice work, guys. Somebody buy them a drink, probably a Peroni.
Yep.
Alright, orange team is trying to cap, and having won this side, we can proceed to move in. And we have pretty decent positioning considering what we know. We've got Zarkun to the north, I'm on the west, and Bringer is able to spot for us. So I'm making a beeline to contest and hopefully reset the cap. And Bringer gets
Just get a fire
blacked.
on that battleship, though.
It is pretty surprising that the red team isn't hitting them, but maybe that was their plan. It's hard to say. I do hit the Mutsu and get a reset there, and I am positioning myself on this corner to dodge any Mutsu torps and to be able to contest. So, just what in the heck is going on here? This isn't Stratagema, and that is a deep cut for all you Trekkies out there. The orange team must all be on the cap, and that's a dangerous game for two battleships and a cruiser. You're slow, you're not really that agile, and having everyone in one spot, my feelings on that are well documented. Go ahead, put it on my tombstone. Go where your team isn't. This Mutsu's backing up. I'm waiting for the indicator to give me the all clear. And though some of my shots are going to still hit terrain, they're gone.
Oh. Little Twinkie.
What?
I'm using my last heal, and I'm going to push back onto the cap un poquito. I don't want to get too far in there to open myself up to crossfire, and though it looks like that Pensacola will soon be gone, we haven't seen the New Mexico. I have no idea where in there it is or what its health is. We also haven't seen the red team since forever, so plenty of reasons to be cautious. Incoming fire from that Dallas, and RNGesus was on my team this time. And there is number 4. The water is boiling. The vinegar and sugar have definitely been added, and I think I smell the spices because we are starting to get into a pickle. The Red Queen is spotted and closing in on Zarkun. So while we don't know where the Red California is, we know they're probably not too far behind and will most likely have shots on Zarkun as well. So he has got to watch his 6 and deal with 2 battleships while I have got to find this New Mexico. There's a large island blocking Zarkun's line of sight, so he can't possibly spot it for me either. So I'm just going to have to use my spotter plane. And naturally, as soon as I put it up, the New Mexico gets into a range of guaranteed acquisition. And we see the California. And it's full health. As Scott Bakula was fond of saying when time jumping into a new body looking for his own, oh boy. Ziggy says we only have a 15% chance of surviving this match, Sam. Were there to be any hope, the New Mexico would have to come out complete broadside. So you're saying there's a chance? This New Mexico unloads most of their salvo right into that island, and I get a very solid hit. I go ahead and use my damage control immediately to fix my turret because I know my guns will reload faster than the New Mexico's. They're going to take a little bit of fire from behind, but at the end of the day, they're just continuing to stay broadside, and my guns are nearly reloaded.
Bye. Damn, Kraken unleashed in fucking arena mode. Calm it down, Meta. You're showing off now, buddy. You're showing off.
So there we go. Kraken 199 in the Dunkerque. But the game's not over. We still want this win. And maybe a 6-pack? Maybe a jackpot? And this is where it's easy to go back and say, I should have done this, or I should have done that. It is just impossible to know, and I'm not sure if there is really a better way that I could have played this here. I did accidentally back off of the cap there, but they would have gotten on and reset it anyway. So it wasn't like I could totally cap this out. Plus this queen's coming out broadside, so I'm hoping to be able to create a crossfire on that queen with Zarkun. I do get a pretty decent hit there, but all that great RNG that I had earlier, that's going out the window now, and you're going to see the trolley French dispersion for the next few shots.
Oh shit. I'm just caught between these 2 guys, so I might die.
That dispersion was Shirley Manson garbage. I'm going as fast as I can towards this island directly ahead of me to split the queen in California from myself. Hopefully, I can get close enough for Will to Rebuild to activate for Zarkun, and I'm going to aim at the queen's turrets here and try and disable them, but another poor RNG roll right there, and he goes down. So now what? I can try to hide and wait out the clock, but I imagine the California will come in like California native son Jim Morrison, and by that I mean a backdoor man. And I can't really hide from Freddie Mercury of Queen out there either. So what to do? Well, there can be only one Highlander. And who wants to live forever? Who wants to love forever when love must die? In this situation, I am Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Now, hold on to your butts, folks, because this is going to come down to the wire, and I will just let it play out uninterrupted.
20 seconds. Pretty sure the other guy sailed around south there too, yeah. Oh no. Oh. Oh shit. Don't look at it. And then you got a dreadnought at the end too. Holy
So that's it. We hang on by the hair on our chinny chin chin. We pick up the 6-pack and the draw. Now in my book, a draw is a loss, but what a fun game that was. And like I said, I like arena mode. I think we'll play this when we stream. Stay tuned for that. Scoreboard, 2,800 XP even. Again, XP in this mode is weighted by premium and stuff, but I had no flag on there, so had this been a win, it would have been a great game. But as it was a draw, it was just a good game. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Hit like if you're enjoying arena mode. Hit dislike if you just want to take your kamikaze out and ranked. Questions, comments, advice on what I should have done differently, put it below. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the 200th Kraken extravaganza. And speaking of, I better go out there and get it so we can talk soon.